everybody, and that's lovely to see you all. It appears that I'm back with slightly wild dishevelled hair, but lovely to be here. The song you've just been hearing is a song called A, and it's called A because my dad's first name was Andrew. His name was Andrzej Henryk Borowski, and it was a dedication, a song that I'd written specifically to play at my dad's funeral. I felt that I couldn't really sing for him because I didn't think the songs that I'd written at that point fitted, but I did manage to write something on 3 chords, 4 chords, that kind of summed him up. And my dad was a top guy, very, very monosyllabic. I've told you before about it. He bought the first guitar, which is over there, and what he'd done was he'd been prisoner of war, and then he was at Monte Cassino, and recently my sister, who's my only remaining sister, my brother's died, who's the artwork there by my brother, presented me with this. It's got Monte Cassino on it, and it's obviously one of the bloodiest battles of the Second World, probably one of the bloodiest battles ever, for attrition, for the amount of people who died. And very kindly, I think a fellow soldier made this for him in 1947 when they were in a displaced persons camp in Sutton in the Forest, I think, or maybe up at Morpeth, for my mum and dad. And apparently what he'd done at some point during the war, that I'm not absolutely sure when, he captured a German officer and the sergeant and called for his comrades, for his platoon, and he was holding the rifle of the soldier and the pistol so they couldn't shoot him, and held onto it for like 40 seconds or 50 seconds, wrestling them around until his comrades come and arrested them all. And I don't know whether he got a medal for it, but I think his friend made this for him as a kind of a tribute. So the song A, I think one of those situations where I didn't really used to do open tunings, because it's one of those things that some of the great guitar players do it all the time. I just dropped the E to a D, and it allowed me to do this. And this, just by changing one string even. Odd tunings allow people who are not as yet virtuoso or proficient to be able to play and start writing, because it's about the melody. It's about the melody. That's what touches the people. Some people become famous in other countries who don't understand the actual words that they're singing, but the truth in what they're saying has a tone and a melody that connects to them. I've been there. I've seen that happen. And to not be able to find £2 or £3 to go and see somebody who might make a difference, might show you the clues, might bring you some light, that's a great thing, isn't it? And it starts with the unknowns. Everybody's an unknown at the start. I should mention a couple of people, because I did tell you a few weeks ago that I was going to list you some folks you should go and see if you can. There are astonishing musicians, lots and lots of them. Not only are they astonishing musicians, they're also great parents and grandparents and fantastic talents, right? And you've probably never seen them, because people go and go festivals and they pay £192 to watch people about this big on the stage, and balk sometimes at paying £2 or £3 of going and seeing some of these people. Kim Turner's one of those people. It's amazing, and he's by far the most exciting drummer I've ever shared the stage with. Trish Watt, Crystal Cooper, Kirk McElhenney, Rock and the Ravens. Linda Pagnini, Roger Crombie, Darren Poyser, Phil Causey. There are so many of these, but Paul Brierley, God blimey. One day we're coming back with Conspiracy from London. He played the entire Beatles catalogue from the first song to the last song, and in the end, and he sang them, played them all. He's a bass player, astonishing bass player. You know, these people, I will make a list. Oh, Captain of the Lost Waves. There are so many that you've not seen, and you've still got a chance. And you'll be able to see them from 6 and 7 feet away. Could you imagine what it's like to see people who are at the same level to me as Pavarotti or Maria Callas from 6 or 7 feet away? Normally you get to see them from 250 yards away. This is a person, you can see the face, you can see the effort, you can see the smiles from that close. You have to go and see these people. You know, me, how am I lucky? I got to spend time watching them. That's what we're supposed to do. Songs. Tunings. So I'm going to swap guitars. That's the other one's a Faith guitar. Very kindly donated to me from Trish and Crystal. This is a lovely little guitar. It's a parlour guitar, and it actually says in it, and this is a sales pitch, I put my glasses on so I can read exactly what it is. It's a classical electro-acoustic guitar in black from Gear for Music. It's beautiful. The thing about this tuning is it allows people who aren't, like I say, virtuosos, but they've got a song in their heart, which is, I think there's a famous song, With a Song in Your Heart, right? Because it's about the tone of the words that you're singing, and if you can accompany yourself on the guitar, you feel kind of you're in a band for a minute. And this you can play 3 chords, which lots of songs are written on this guitar with just one finger. Pretty much everything on that. And the thing about tunings, sometimes people get not obsessed, but they get stressed about the fact that words don't come. Words don't come easily. I think somebody sings this song, and of course they don't. Sometimes there are pieces of music that you've written, and for some reason, no matter how hard you try, how hard you chase to try and get the words, they just don't come. They're just not coming to the song, and that's okay, because in reality you can just la the melody and that will be enough. And also, if your truth is in it, if you're playing it, you know, when you watch Hendrix play, it was coming from here. Yes, he was smiling all the time. He was smiling because he was loving what he was doing, not because he was showing off that he was great. He was just, when he looks up at me at the Palace in Manchester, he just smiled, but not to show off. He was just in the moment. And I think, don't worry about whether the words come or they don't come. Many people have never written any words and written beautiful songs. But the thing I was trying to say about the tunings is that, sorry, go off, Johnny Tangent, is that you can play with one finger, look, and you can get a melody. telling you, you can do this. And so on, you know. I'm just trying to encourage you because I know you can do it, because I can do it. And it's not a secret society. That's one of the problems. People, oh, I'm not showing you. Because, as in all societies, there is an old boys network. And some people don't get in because they use a plectrum. Or, God forbid, they might use a capo. And all these things are sent to try us and make things sometimes difficult for you. I'm just passing something on. I'm not showing off to you. Surely isn't this what we're supposed to do? Are we not to show people that this is a nice thing? Maybe you could write something beautiful with it. Maybe you can write something more beautiful than I've written. Maybe you might write the most beautiful thing. You never know when you're talking who's bringing the clues.